Hello, my name is Will Bland. I'm one of the managing partners with one of the nation's largest REO bulk buying companies called REO Resolution Trust. We are approved and registered with 5 of the largest banks in the United States and Fannie Mae's largest REO bulk buyer. Today I'm here to present our REO Bank Investment Opportunity Program. And before we get started, I want to talk about my company and what we do and how we get these properties direct from the banks. Like I said before, we buy in over 20 states throughout the United States. The reason why we look at these 20 states is because it's the best return on investment, not only for us, but for our investor buyers. So basically, this is how the process goes. The banks call us and we buy a batch of houses. We buy anywhere from 100 houses to 800 houses at a time. Once we buy these properties direct from the banks, we buy them sight unseen, where we haven't physically seen these properties. Once we get them and close on them, we then clean the title, meaning we clean out all liens and judgments on the property. The reason why we do this is because we're selling them to individuals and companies and entities that are going to buy these properties for investments. Once we clean the title, we're then going to issue title insurance with warranty deed to investor buyers. Then after that happens, we have the property management company that we use, which is a national property management company, then goes over for the end investor buyer and inspects the property for them, changes the locks on the property, and then gives them an assessment of repairs. The property management company also then aggressively markets this property or properties to owner occupants. We do not put renters in these properties. We do owner occupants, and I'm going to talk about why that is in a moment. After we facilitate an owner occupant, the property management company then qualifies the owner occupant to make sure it makes financial sense that they can afford the property. Once they do that, we sell it to them as is. The reason why we sell it to them as is because we're selling it to them under the market value, and it makes financial sense for not only them, but it's good investment for the person moving in the home. Now, once it's sold as is, the property management company then creates a note. And how we create this note, we do what is called as a land sale contract with the owner occupant. And then once we do that, we create a note. Once the note is seasoned for 6 months to 9 months, we then sell that note to the secondary market open note buyers. We have 10 entities and companies that buy these notes from us as long as it's seasoned for 6 months. Now, it's the perfect time to invest. Here in the United States, the real estate market is very cyclical. Right now is the perfect time to buy real estate. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You've never seen this many foreclosures, and I have never seen this many foreclosures in my life. Today's economic market meltdown has created one of the greatest real estate investment opportunities. Fortunes will be made in the next 6 months to a year and a half. This is our forecast for when it's the best time to buy properties and where the inventory is at its peak. After that, what's going to happen is the prices are then going to come up and everything's going to go back to normal. We're in troubled times. As you know, stocks, money market funds, bonds, mutual funds are now producing low returns. Now is the perfect time to go after REO properties. REO properties are actually the end process of the foreclosure and create the best return on investment for investors. The REO properties is what is actually called bank-owned properties, which means the bank then takes control of them. The problem is now is that the banks are getting overfloated with these properties and need to liquidate in bulk. And that's where REO Resolution Trust comes in. We come in and buy them in bulk and then facilitate them to companies, investment groups at bulk discount prices. The banks currently own an unprecedented amount of these homes and need to liquidate. The effects of foreclosures in the United States affect many ways the people and population. It affects the number of renters. When the banks repo these homes, many families are forced to rent small apartments and are unable to qualify for another mortgage. The investment opportunity. a well-structured program that we've designed. We actually have a 20-year proven exit strategy that was created back in the savings and loan crisis in the 80s. That same exit strategy is what we use today, and it gives a great return on investment. The program is also helped on focusing getting the working class American family back into homes by creating notes and mortgages below in the average area. The passive investment. The source, bulk purchases are the best way to get properties right now in foreclosure. The reason for this is typically we sell them to our investors at 30 to 40 cents on the dollar. We offer our properties to investors from $24,900, which includes upfront closing costs, property tax, management setup fees, regardless of the appraised value. We guarantee the homes are inspected in a livable and sellable condition. If the properties aren't livable and sellable, we'll currently replace them with one of our homes currently in inventory. And just to give you a brief synopsis of what we've done in the last 3 months, REO Resolution Trust in the last 3 months has sold over 2,000 properties and facilitated over 1,300 with owner occupants. And that's extremely a huge amount of volume. We guarantee a clean and clear title to our investors. We guarantee that the property would be an online evaluation of at least $45,000 and up. A lot of these properties, on average, we see that we get around $87,000, which are what they're worth. The passive investment. We're going to issue you a warranty deed. We're going to obtain the title insurance for the property for you. We're then going to qualify the buyer, which is an owner occupant, with the property management company. We're going to sell them that property as is. And the reason why we sell it to them as is, the owner occupant is then going to take pride of ownership in the property and then go in and let's say that the property needs some carpet repaired. The owner occupant's going to take care of that. If there's windows that need to be replaced, the owner occupant's going to take care of that. Typically, the properties that we sell, on average, have a maximum of 5,000 repairs needed. And the reason why we classify this is because it's easier to get an owner occupant in there for them to go ahead and make the repairs. And we typically sell them to the owner occupant 20 cents below the market value. We're going to handle all the paperwork for our investors. Once the note's seasoned, we're then going to sell it to the secondary note buyers. Now, we also have set up in place credit counseling for the owner occupants. And I'm going to talk about later why this